Thanks, Joe.
Good evening, everyone. Mike and I are excited to continue the tradition of presenting the annual Shirley Demientieff Award, named in her honor. Shirley was an Athabascan leader, a tremendous friend to many, and a compassionate advocate for all Alaska people. She cared for women, children, the homeless, the incarcerated, the forgotten. She cared deeply for her people. Our Shirley Demientieff Award this year will go to a very special leader who exemplifies the best values of Alaska.
So, as you know, it's always difficult to choose someone for this award because there's so many individuals that have done a lot for their communities throughout the year. But this year we settled on an individual that we had encountered during the storm recovery out west. So I don't know if you know, but a number of us in the administration, National Guard General Sachs, our Commissioner of DOT, Ryan, our emergency services individual, we all went out to Western Alaska. We started down in Hooper Bay. We made our way up. And we eventually got to a place called Stebbins. Tremendous people across the board. Every village we went to, we saw folks helping folks, folks stepping up. It really was an incredible experience. And everywhere we went, whether it was in Gullivan, whether it was in Elam, whether it was Nome, Koyuk, Shaktoolik, didn't matter. Folks were helping folks. So we almost didn't get an opportunity to go to Stebbins because just the weather was an issue. We were running late, but we wanted to get there because we had heard that the wall in the front of town was pretty well impacted by the storm, and that's where the school is, which, as we know, in rural Alaska, that is one of the key buildings. So we made a quick call. We took off from Shaktoolik, made a quick call. We didn't know if anyone was going to be able to be there pretty quick to meet with us, but an individual was there, like Johnny on the spot. And this individual, is a city administrator for Stebbins, population of 634. And she was born and raised in St. Michael's, the neighboring village to Stebbins. She married a Stebbins man and has 6 children and 11 grandchildren. She's a tribal member of the St. Michael's tribe, and all her children are from the Stebbins tribe. And what really stood out is when we landed, this individual was like a sergeant in the Marine Corps. It was Governor, we got to get moving, we got to get in the car, we got to go see these things, we got to move here, we got to do this. She got her mare, dragged her mare into the car, said this has got to happen. She had everything laid out. She was ahead of the game. She was working with her tribe. This is a city manager, but she was working with her tribe, had all the paperwork, identified all the issues, had all of the rock that could fix the wall, had already gotten the contractors ready to roll. Quite honestly, and this was a number of us, we were beyond impressed. We looked at each other, and some of us actually said, maybe we should go work for her. She seems to know what's going on, so we gave that some thought. But just totally impressed with this individual. And I'd say she answered the call like nobody when her community asked her to be the administrator because they needed someone trustworthy in the office, and she agreed to serve. So because of her diligence, because of her hard work, because of her focus, Stebbins, I have absolutely no worry about Stebbins being in great shape in its recovery from the storm. We'll be going out there next week to Stebbins and Nome and Koyuk and these places as we promised to make sure that things are done. But again, this individual has done so many things. She was a health aide for the community for 13 years with the Nortonstown region. She also worked for her tribe for 6 years developing ordinances for tribal government and the reindeer husbandry program. She spent 12 years at the school in Stebbins as a high school, middle school, and junior high basketball coach. Now, when you see her, she's not quite as tall as me, but she can play basketball. She was also a bilingual teacher for 2 years. In addition, she has served on the Advisory Education Committee and the State Education Board. I'm not sure if I think she's done everything. And during the most recent storm in Western Alaska, she really prepared the community for the storms and really began the process of filling out all the forms to make sure everything was done the right way. Stebbins, as we said, was the first community to provide a complete detailed damage assessment before anyone had boots on the ground. And when we sent the National Guard out there, she said, we don't need you, meaning other people could use your help. We've got things under control here because we've really organized this, we've really managed this. And because she knew her village was resilient and that people were there were helping, and we were very impressed with that. So what I'd like to do is I want to congratulate, I want to thank, I want to praise this fine lady who we're going to ask to come up and say a few words, who's this year's recipient of the Shirley Demientieff Award, and that's Daisy Lockwood Kachkek from Stebbins, Alaska.
First of all, I'm honored. I'm honored to receive this award, but I speak on behalf of my community. I speak on behalf of our tri-party, the corporation, the IRA, and the city of Stebbins. We developed the tri-party about 10 years ago, and we all know our three governments in our villages always never get along. But in our community, as we developed a tri-party, we were able to prepare ourselves for future floods. We were able to produce a P&D report and also have proposals already set in play. And we hired a consultant, a longtime consultant. His name is Keith Trick. I want him to be recognized for his hard work and effort, and to have a shout out to Thomas Kirk. Thank you, Tommy, for being there, and Shirley, and our core city staff, and my mayor, Mary Ann Mike in Stebbins. I accept this award on behalf of our communities. Stebbins, thank you.